Hello. Spinning around. Oh gosh, all looking a bit slow tonight. Hopefully that's picked up. Yep, there we go. Hopefully we've got a decent signal. It all looked a bit slow to start off with. So here we are. Back again for another quiz. I can hardly believe we're round to quiz time again. Just a few minutes early, just in case people start looking on the page. And I'll just chatter away to myself for a little while, just in case anybody logs on, and they can see that I'm here and ready and waiting. So it's a blooming chilly night tonight. Had to put a big jumper on for the quiz today, but can't believe really the change in the weather. But hopefully we'll get the sunshine back before too long. So this is the penultimate quiz in the April series of grey cells for GAGA. Not quite sure yet whether we'll be commissioned for a second series in May. Just waiting to see if some of the other ideas for virtual events come off, and what we end up doing. But quite possibly we will continue through. But we've definitely got tonight and we've got Thursday. So two more quizzes to go. Okay, we've already got one person watching, so that's great. Hi, whoever you are, super to see you. Just a few more minutes to go, waiting until 7 o'clock, and then we can kick off on tonight's Grey Cells for GAGA, Tuesday night, the 28th of April. I realised when I looked on my Facebook page that somehow or other I'd managed to create this event for yesterday. So if anybody did log in yesterday, I'm very sorry. I don't quite know how I managed to do that. I thought I'd been quite diligent at making sure it was going down for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Anyway, it's just about 3 minutes to go to 7 o'clock. We've got two people watching so far, so that's super. Hi, hope you're all okay. It looks a bit jumpy today, so I don't know whether that's my signal. Looking at my router, it seems to be okay. I hope it's not. Maybe we've got a bit of atmospheric interference. Maybe it's those UFOs that they spotted in America. I think the aliens are coming to save us from coronavirus or something like that. Anyway, so Grey Cells for GAGA, format is going to be just as it's been all through the month. Going to have 4 rounds. Each round is going to have 8 questions. I will go through the questions and give you about 20 seconds thinking time between questions, and then I will give you the answers. So you can mark yourself after each round. And oh, great. Okay, Douglas is here. Good. Okay, Mark's here. So that's great. So apparently my signal's all right, which is good news. And Lynn and Al as well. Hi, guys. Brilliant. Fantastic. Models, the Morrisons. Super duper. Okay, we've got a couple more minutes to go, so we'll just wait and see if any others join, and then we will kick off as soon as the clock ticks around 7 o'clock with the rounds. So we have got food. Can't resist doing a round on food. It's kind of everybody's obsession at the moment, isn't it? Food and exercise. It's kind of in equal measures. However much you put in, you've just got to kind of work it off the next day. So food is our first round tonight, and then we have a bit of pop music. Looking down. We're probably going from about the maybe the late 70s into the probably just into the noughties maybe. So that's the kind of round for the pop music. Then we have some sport, a bit of a variety of sport coming up on our quiz tonight. So hopefully it doesn't push anybody into any particular corners of any particular sport. And then we have the good old potluck round, which is always a good one, just to catch up, either to catch up on a few points with a bit of random knowledge that you might have floating around in the grey cells, or to crash and burn. Just one of those things. That's the whole story of potluck, I'm afraid. Okie dokie. Well, we are on. By the looks of things, we are now 7 o'clock, and my picture keeps jumping. So hopefully you're not getting that jump. If you are, I'm sorry. Don't know what I can do about that, but it just seems to be hiccuping a little bit tonight. Okay, are we ready? Have you got your pencil sharpened? Are your wits about you? And do you have a piece of paper to write it all down on? Here we go with our very first round of the evening. It's food, and question number 1, nice smooth into the quizzes tonight, smooth entry in. What is the main ingredient of guacamole? What is the main ingredient of guacamole? There we go. Hopefully that's a relatively easy one to kick in with. Hello, the Doolies are here. Oh, your internet's a little shoddy tonight as well. It must be everybody is in because it's cold. Maybe everybody's streaming Netflix or something. Okay, so first question then. What is the main ingredient of guacamole? And here we are. Now this is just gone by, so hopefully this will be front and centre of your mind. Question number 2. What type of cake is traditionally baked for Easter Sunday? What type of cake is traditionally baked for Easter Sunday? Question number 2 in the food round. Look like I've got hiccups. I haven't, but I look like I have. There we go. 2 questions in. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Annette. I think there's a lot of people using Netflix this evening. Okay, here we go. Question number 3 on the food round. The fruit of which plant were originally called love apples? The fruit of which plant were originally called love apples? Didn't know that, but now I see it. I can understand why. Not much of a hint, is it? But never mind. Perhaps it will be once you see the answer. And there we go. Oh, this is really irritating me. I hope my picture's not flicking for you guys, but anyway. Question number 4 on the food round. Which type of flour does the vanilla pod come from? So which type of flour does the vanilla pod come from? Always lovely, nice vanilla-y custard, something absolutely perfect for an evening like this. Lovely vanilla custard. But what type of plant does it come from? Okay, hope it's going well. So we've got 9 people tuning in, so that's fantastic. Hello everybody, great to see you. Please do add a little comment in the comments box if you can. Let me know who you are and that you're here, and anything you'd like me to repeat or spell out, then just pop a little comment in and I'll try to make sure that I'm keeping up with it as we go along. Right, so we are halfway through the first round, and that is food. And so question number 5 on the food round. From which fruit is the drink perry made? From which fruit is the drink perry made? Had to change this question because when I first looked at this particular round, I realised that it was a repeat from questions were repeated from one we did only a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't want that to be that easy for you guys. So there we go. Okay, question number 6. Question number 6. Who was originally known as the Naked Chef? Who was originally known as the Naked Chef? Okay. Can you remember back that far? Has been quite a long time. That was quite early in his career. Oh, there we go. Little hint there. So if you thought it was Nigella, sorry. And question number 7. Question number 7. Can you name any 4 of the 5 flavours found in a packet of Rowntree's fruit pastels? Can you name any 4 of the 5 flavours found in a packet of Rowntree's fruit pastels? And I should say at this point, other sweeties are available. Probably other pastels are available as well. But we're looking specifically for the Rowntree's fruit pastels. And I know which one's my favourite. I really do look like I've got the hiccups. This is going to be quite funny on the watch back. Okay, there we go. Are we ready for our final question? Our final question on the first round of the night, which is entitled Food. The final question is, what drink was advertised with the slogan, watch out, there is a Humphrey about? What drink was advertised with the slogan, watch out, there's a Humphrey about? Don't know when that was. Probably a good number of years ago. Oh, I'm not shaky your end. That's good. That's good to know. Maybe my laptop's given up the ghost. It has been pretty busy today, I have to say. Right, so that's the food round. I'll just whiz through those questions one more time, just in case anybody missed them or anybody joined a little bit late, and hopefully you can just catch up with the first few questions on this second run through. So question number 1 in the food round, what is the main ingredient of guacamole? Question number 2, what type of cake is traditionally baked for Easter Sunday? Question number 3, the fruit of which plant were originally called love apples? Question number 4, which type of flower does the vanilla pod come from? Question number 5, from which fruit is the drink Perry made? Question number 6, who was originally called the Naked Chef, or known as the Naked Chef? Question number 7, can you name 4 of any of the 5 flavours found in a packet of Rowntree's fruit pastels? And finally, in the round of food, what drink was advertised with the slogan, watch out, there's a Humphrey about? Bit of a MASH report vibe going on there. Okay. There we go. That's the food round. Give you a few more minutes just to double check your answers, just to check you've got something down for the all 8. And then we can go through the answers and we'll see how we're getting on. If we can have a nice strong start to the quiz tonight, give yourselves a big boost. Okay, question number 1. Guacamole is, the main ingredient is avocado. Avocado, question number 1. Number 2, the Easter cake is a simnel cake. Is it a simnel cake? Simnel cake I've got down here. I thought it had an N in it. Anyway, simnel, anything you say like that, I will accept. Love apples was the original name of the fruit we now know as a tomato. Tomato is the answer. The vanilla pod comes from an orchid. Orchid. Perry is made from pears. And Jamie Oliver, of course. Jamie Oliver was known as the naked chef early in his career. Fruit pastels. Okay, we have blackcurrant, my favourite. Orange, lemon, lime, and strawberry. So you can take any four of those five for the full points. Blackcurrant, orange, lemon, lime, strawberry. Or as Homer would say, purple's a fruit. Okay, and finally, that slogan, watch out, there's a Humphrey about, was for milk. And it was the Unigate Milk Company, which was apparently used up until the mid-70s. So there we are, a little bit of added information there for you. Okay, how did we get on with food, guys? Let's have a look at some of your scores. If you can tot up and let me know how you did, that'll be great. See how it's all going. So it's a bit distracting. I've got this lamp in my glasses reflecting. Hopefully that's that better. Oh, 4. 6 out of 8 for the Watleys. Great. Excellent. Got 5 at the Dooleys. 4 from Mr. Hewitt. Oh, Irene, 3. Ooh. Oh, well, never mind. We're early days. We've got 3 more rounds to go. Not bad. 4. Okay. Solid start. Solid foundation. Let's zoom straight in to the pop music quiz. And as I say, this is probably primarily around the 80s and 90s, guys. Okie dokie. Ooh, 7 for the Morrisons. Oh, that's it, George. You lost your crown. You only wore it for a few seconds, and the Morrisons snatched it off you. 7 out of 8. Very good. Very good. You'll have to get Graham on the WhatsApp, Irene. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Pop music. Pop music. Are you ready? Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, is that pop? Is an incredibly popular musical. But who had a hit in 1991 with Any Dream Will Do? Okay. Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is an incredibly popular musical. But who had a hit in 1991 with Any Dream Will Do? Oh, okay. Got my neighbour trying to get on the quiz. Oh dear. All right. Okay. Oh, gotta. Oh, Forest of Hearts are here. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. 6 on the first round. Awesome. Thank you. Right, trying to help my next door neighbour get into the quiz. She's next door and she's a bit stuck. She's been in every day, every time so far. So I don't know what's going wrong today. Okay, hopefully she'll get in through that, right? Okay, hopefully, Carolyn, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, question number 2 on pop music. Sorry for that. Trying to keep all the technology going here. Question number 2. Jenny. Oh, hi, Jenny, Forest of Hearts. Sorry, I assumed it was Carol, but hi. Okay, who had a hit with I'll Be There For You, better known as the theme from Friends? Who had a hit with I'll Be There For You, which is better known as the theme from Friends? This is one of those that everybody knows the song, but do you know who performed it? Okay. A little bit of thinking time. Question number 3, and we're back with our pop music. 3 Lions was a hit for David Baddiel, Frank Skinner, and which band? 3 Lions was a hit for David Baddiel, Frank Skinner, and which band? Let's just check whether we've got any other. We're okay. No more messages, no more panics. Okay. Question number 4. Question number 4 in pop music. Siobhan Fay, formerly of Bananarama, formed a new band and had a series of hits in the early 90s, including a #1 hit, Stay. What was the name of her new band? So Siobhan Fay, formerly of Bananarama, formed a new band and had a series of hits in the early 90s, including a #1 hit, Stay. What was the name of her new band? Certainly remember Bananarama, and I'm sure once you know the answer, you'll say you remember this new band as well. Okie dokie. Halfway through the pop music round, and here we are with question number 5. Take me, I'm yours. For a bit of slap and tickle, I ask you, is that love? Well, only if you're cool for cats. Name the band. Take me, I'm yours. For a bit of slap and tickle, I ask you, is that love? Well, only if you're cool for cats. Can you name the band? Little montage of a few of the names of their hits there. Well, I'm finally warming up. I've got the heater going in the chalet office at the moment, so I'm finally warming up. Hopefully you're all cozy at home as well. Little sip of rosé. Okay, question number 6. Who wanted Harold to get a move on as a local hostelry was open? Who wanted Harold to get a move on as a local hostelry was open? Bit of thinking outside the box required for that one, I think. So all of you who are used to sort of cryptic crosswords might get that one. Let's think of the keywords and alternative words for it. Okay. Question number 7. She was the face of Chanel perfume Coco. She is married to Johnny Depp, and her first hit in 1988 was Joe La Taxi. Who is she? She was the face of the Chanel perfume Coco. She is married to Johnny Depp, and her first hit was in 1988 with Joe La Taxi. Who is she? I suppose I should have checked that she is still married to him. I don't know whether when this quiz was written, so I better just double check whether she is still married to him. Otherwise, I might be giving you some false information there. Okay, let's have a look. I'm just going to Google her. I'm allowed to. Oh, there's a picture of her. Yeah, there's a picture of her with Johnny Depp. Oh, no, not anymore. Not anymore, apparently. Oh, gosh. No, she's not. She married somebody else in 2018. Oh, goodness. Okay, she's now married to somebody called Samuel Benchtrit. Benchetrit. Oh, gosh, right. Sorry, that's a bit of a fail, isn't it? I should have checked that. But Joe Lataxi is still absolutely right. And she was also face of the Coco Chanel perfume. So she's not married to Johnny Depp anymore. She is now married to a fella called Samuel Benchtrit. Thank you, George. Oops. Okay. And the last question in the pop music round is: Vince Clarke was once a member of this band, writing one of their hits, Just Can't Get Enough. What is the name of the band? Vince Clarke was once a member of this band, writing one of their hits, Just Can't Get Enough. What is the name of the band? For your final question in pop music. Give it a few seconds thinking time, and then we will just run through those questions one more time. Carolyn, I hope you've been able to join us, but if not, I will send you the link and you can watch it on catch up. Okay. Let's go through those questions one more time then, in case you just want to double check your answers or, just catch something up. Oh, right, okay. Oh, finding them hard, I see. Oh, goodness. Right, here we go. Joseph and His Technicolor Dreamcoat is an incredibly popular musical, but who had a hit in 1991 with Any Dream Will Do? Question number 2. Who had a hit with I'll Be There For You, better known as the theme from Friends? Question number 3. Three Lions was a hit for David Baddiel, Frank Skinner, and which band? Question number 4. Siobhan Fay, formerly of Bananarama, formed a new band and had a series of hits in the early 90s, including a number 1 hit with Stay. What was the name of her new band? Number 5. Take Me I'm Yours for a bit of slap and tickle. I ask you, is that love? Well, only if you're cool for cats. Name the band. Question number 6. Who wanted Harold to get a move on as a local hostelry was open? Number 7. She was the face of Chanel perfume Coco. She was married to Johnny Depp, and her first hit was in 1988 with Joe Lataxi. Who is she? And Vince Clarke was once a member of this band, writing one of their hits, Just Can't Get Enough. What's the name of the band? Okay. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a low-scoring round here, guys. So here we go. Here are the answers. Number 1, Jason Donovan. Oh, yes, that 90s heartthrob Jason or 80s heartthrob Jason Donovan. Any Dream Will Do. The Rembrandts were the band who famously sang I'll Be There For You, which was the theme from Friends. David Baddiel and Frank Skinner joined up with the Lightning Seeds. The Lightning Seeds for that 3 lions on the shirt. Siobhan of Bananarama went on to form Shakespeare's Sister. Shakespeare's Sister. the band. And Take Me, I'm Yours, Cool for Cats, gotta be Squeeze. It's Squeeze is what we're looking for. And this cryptic one is Hurry Up Harry. That's the name of the song. And it was Sham 69. Sham 69. Hurry Up Harry. Oh, wonderful. Kieran's doing well on the music. Superb. And that lovely lady, Jola Taxi, was, of course, Vanessa Paradis. Vanessa Paradis. And finally, Just Can't Get Enough was, of course, a hit for Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. Okay, well, I think Kieran's going to have a strong round. I suspect Mark and Irene are not going to bother adding up their scores. Right, how did you get on, guys? Let's have a look. How was that music round for you? Pop music. You always find that there's all these bands that you kind of knew and then forgot, and then suddenly they come up in a quiz, and yeah. Oh, Douglas, I think we should swap the camera around and get you to sing the whole Cool for Cats song to the quiz viewers. Oh, 7 out of 8 from the Whatleys. Oh dear. Oh, holy moly, 7 from the Dooleys and 6 out of 8 from the Waddles. And 6 again from Jenny at the Forest of Hearts. That's great. Okay. This is getting to be hotting up as a bit of a competitive quiz tonight. That's fantastic. Righty-ho. This is going to be make or break. We are into our third round. And it is sport. Sport. Gotta love it or hate it. Ooh, Morrison's crashed and burned on music, I'm afraid. Ooh, dear, dear, dear. Righty-ho. Let's see if you can make it up with sport. Right, something that everybody is bemoaning the fact that there's no sport at the moment and missing it like anything. So let's see if any of these questions ring any bells. Right, okay. Question number 1 in sport. Which swimmer famously won all 7 swimming golds at the 1972 Munich Games? That's the Olympic Games. Which swimmer famously won all 7 swimming golds at the 1972 Munich Olympic Games? And a little hint, I think he's now doing advertising, electronic kind of heart rate machines on the telly. Looking very, very different. Okay. Question number 2. Who fought Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle? Who fought Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle? Oh, Carolyn, great. You've managed to join us on the phone. Okie dokie. Good. We're 2 questions into our sport round. Who fought Muhammad Ali in Rumble in the Jungle? Question number 2. Right. Question number 3. Which American soccer team did Pelé leave Brazil to play for in 1975? A long time ago. Which American soccer team did Pelé leave Brazil to play for? Which American soccer team did Pelé leave Brazil to play for in 1975? So we're looking for the team he went to, the American team he went to, having left once he left the country of Brazil. Sorry, that wasn't very clear. Question number 4. After her double Olympic triumph in 2008, swimmer Rebecca Adlington was given the freedom of her hometown. where? So after her double Olympic triumph in 2008, swimmer Rebecca Adlington was given the freedom of her hometown. But where was it? What is her hometown? Okay, halfway through the sport. There we go. You're having another strong round there, Gavin, hopefully. Question number 5. Great Britain fielded one of the youngest competitors ever at the Beijing Olympic Games in 2008. Who was it? And it wasn't Rebecca Adlington. Great Britain fielded one of the youngest competitors ever at the Beijing Olympic Games in 2008. Who was it? Okie Question number 6 in sport. In which sport would you come across a peloton? In which sport would you come across a peloton? And just 2 more questions to go on the sport round, the third round of our Grey Cells for Gaga quiz tonight. Question number 7. Tennis superstar Rafael Nadal is from which country? Tennis superstar Rafael Nadal is from which country? And the final question, we're back to the Olympics again, I'm afraid. Which city will host the Olympic Games in 2024? Which city will host the Olympic Games in 2024? So let's just run through those questions one more time, and perhaps you can pick up a point or two if you've had an inspiration since we started. So question number 1, which swimmer famously won all 7 swimming golds at the 1972 Munich Olympic Games? Question number 2, who fought Muhammad Ali in the famous Rumble in the Jungle? Question number 3, which American soccer team did Pelé leave Brazil to play for in 1975? Question number 4, after her double Olympic triumph in 2008, swimmer Rebecca Adlington was given the freedom of her hometown. But where was it? And still in the water, Great Britain fielded one of the youngest competitors ever at the Beijing Olympic Games in 2008. Who was it? Little hint there, you see, in the water. Question number 6. In which sport would you come across a peloton? Question number 7. Tennis superstar Rafael Nadal is from which country? And finally, question number 8, which city will host the Olympic Games in 2024? Okay, hopefully we're not having too many arguments amongst people. You've kind of settled on your answers, and we will go through those answers in a couple of seconds. Okay, so that 1972 swimmer who swept up all 7 of the swimming golds was Mark Spitz. Mark Spitz, who is now advertising a little machine for atrial fibrillation on the television. And the chap who fought Muhammad Ali, Rumble in the Jungle, has now got a fat-reducing grill, George Foreman. The George Foreman. He was the boxer who fought Muhammad Ali. Pelé left Brazil to join the New York Cosmos. New York Cosmos. Rebecca Adlington is the proud Olympian from Mansfield. Mansfield. And that youngest Olympian was the diver Tom Daley. Tom Daley. A peloton you would find if you were a fan of cycling. Cycling. Nadal is from Spain. Tennis player Rafael Nadal from Spain. And finally, the 2024 Summer Olympic Games will be held in Paris. Okay, there we are. That's all of your answers for the sports round. Mark Spitz, George Foreman, New York Cosmos, Mansfield, Tom Daley, cycling, Spain and Paris. How did we go? Who's going to be the first to declare? Have we got some debate going on? Okay. Oh, 6 out of 8. Very strong from the Waddle family. 5 out of 8 from the Watleys. Okay, that's good. And 5 from the Dooleys. Do you know this is turning into a bit of a high-scoring quiz? 4 from Mark Ewart, 5 from Jenny at the Forest of Hearts. Oh, Irene, you got 1. You got 1. Which one did you get, Irene? Which one did you get? Tell us. Probably the Peloton, I would guess. Okay. 5 for the Morrisons as well. Super duper. Wow, this is actually going well. Very good. Excellent. So here we are already, believe it or not. It's 20 to 8 and nearly 20 to 8, and we have got to our final round, which is potluck. And as you know, if you've seen the quiz before, could be literally anything in here. Could be anything. But hopefully there'll be something that figures out. Oh, you got Mark Spitz right, Irene. Okay, brilliant, excellent. So hopefully in the potluck round there'll be something in the back of your mind that triggers something that gives you the answers. Let's see how we get on. Are you ready? Question number 1 in the potluck round. The beer Red Stripe comes from which country? The beer Red Stripe comes from which country? Haven't had a Red Stripe for a long time. Is it still available? Is it still for sale? Might have to Google that as well. Maybe I picked up a really old quiz in my haste. Had quite a busy weekend, one way or another. As some of you know. Okay. Question number 2. Who created and provided the voices for the Clangers, Bagpuss, Ivor the Engine, Noggin the Nog, and several other children's favourites? Who created and provided the voice for the clangers, Bagpuss, Ivor the Engine, Noggin the Nog, and several other children's favourites? What was this? After our first round being so bad, any extra points for the town city? What's that? Where the red stripe comes from? Yeah, go on then. Give, give us some more information. Potluck. Question number 3. Question number 3 on potluck. In Italy, how would you travel on a vaporetto? By road, through the air, or on the water? So in Italy, how would you travel on a vaporetto? By road, through the air, or on the water? Yes, Douglas, you can definitely have an extra point if you give me more detail about Red Stripe. But I might have to Google it to check. Okay. And question number 4. I think, Carolyn, you'll like this one. Question number 4. Who was the first English monarch to travel by train? Who was the first English monarch to travel by train? Carolyn tells me she gets all the kings and queens ones. And if you can tell me the date, even better. Okay, so that's it. We're halfway through the final round of the evening potluck. Halfway through the final round. So Lynn's wondering if Douglas is reading the label from the Red Stripe. I think we're stuck in question 1 somehow. Right, question 5 then. Question 5. Who is Melchester Rovers' most famous striker? Yes, Irene, you can have a couple of points if you can down a can of Red Stripe in one. So, who is Melchester Rovers' most famous striker? Question number 6 in potluck. Cronus was the Greek god of what? Cronus was the Greek god of what? Oh yes, sorry Douglas, the comments just all come up in a in the stream. We're all learning as we go. had the most disastrous webinar with Virgin Money Giving this morning. It was hilarious. They were trying to do it, and people didn't know how to dial in, and people couldn't mute their phones, and everybody was getting so irritated with each other. And we had the classics, we had dogs barking, we had kids, we had people answering their other phones. Oh, it was just bonkers. Everybody's learning how to live virtually now. It was crazy. Okay, so that was question number 6. Now we're on to question number 7 of potluck. Which plant's name means lion's teeth? Which plant's name means lion's teeth? So now I've got the heater on in here. I'm getting really warm and I'm getting dry. It's my excuse. Which plant's name means lion's teeth? There might be a bit of debate whether it's a plant or a weed, so I'll give you a little hint there. You might consider this to be a weed. And then finally, last question of the potluck round, last question of tonight's Grace Owls for Gaga. What would you do with a Scotch bonnet? What would you do with a Scotch bonnet? Okay, potluck. Potluck can be anything, and it was tonight. Absolutely anything. Let's run through those just one more time. The beer Red Stripe comes from which country? Question number 2. Who created and provided the voices for The Clangers, Bagpuss, Ivor the Engine, Noggin the Nog, and several other children's favourites? Question number 3. In Italy, how would you travel on a vaporetto? By road, through the air, or on the water? Question number 4. Who was the first English monarch to travel by train? Question number 5. Who is Melchester Rovers' most famous striker? Question number 6. Cronus was the Greek god of what? Question number 7. Which plant's name means lion's teeth? And question number 8. What would you do with a Scotch bonnet? Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Here are the answers for your potluck round. Red Stripe. No, I'm sorry, Douglas. It doesn't come from Milwaukee. Red Stripe comes from Jamaica. Jamaica. Question number 1. Answer to question number 2. That creator and voice artist Oliver Postgate. Sorry, no idea. Oliver Postgate. If you were on a vaporetto in Italy, you would be on the water. On the water. It is a Venetian water bus, a vaporetto. English monarch, the train, industrial, Victoria. It was Queen Victoria, actually on the 13th of June, 1842. Queen Victoria, the first English monarch to travel by train. I don't know where she went. Okay, Leicester Rovers, of course, that fictional football team. Roy of the Rovers, it was Roy Race. Roy Race was the striker. So I'll take Roy, I'll take Roy Race, I'll take Roy of the Rovers. Cronus is the Greek god of time. Time, as in chronology. And the plant or weed is a dandelion. Dent de lion. Dandelion. Plant de lion. And a Scotch bonnet, you would of course cook with it. It is a type of chili, a very, very, very hot type of chili. Scotch bonnet, you would cook with it. Wow, there we are. Potluck round. Could be anything. Told you it could be anything. How did you fare out? How did you do? Let's see who's gonna declare first. Jamaica, Oliver Postgate, On the Water, Queen Victoria, Roy or Roy of the Rovers, Time, Dandelion, and Cook with it. 5 again, 5 from the Watleys. That's like I think that's a pretty good cumulative score there. If I can add it all up. Oh, Doolies. I think you have perhaps taken the crown. Just a 5 from Mark. Oh, wooden spoon for you, Irene, I'm afraid. Douglas, 6 out of 8, in spite of the red stripe. Obviously, red stripe's not stocked at handpicked hotels. And 5 for Lynn. Fantastic. And have we still got Jenny from Forest of Hearts? How did we do? I think this has been a pretty high. Oh yes, 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8. Do you know what? I think this has been a pretty high scoring quiz. I think you're all getting into my mindset now. Maybe you've found the online free quizzes that I've been downloading. Well, just to mess you about, I've got something different for Thursday. Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for joining. It's been great fun again. It's great to have the comments coming through and great to see how you're all getting on. No, we don't take minus points away, Mick. That would just be nasty. I don't know. It could be Schlitz. Who knows? I don't know. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. This is our penultimate April quiz, Grey Cells for Gaga. We've got another one on Thursday again at 7 o'clock on Thursday, which will be the 30th of April. Can you believe it? And we will be finishing promptly just before 8 o'clock so that everybody can go out and do the now traditional round of applause of appreciation for the key workers and everybody in the NHS. So stay safe, everybody. Have the rest of a great week. Hopefully keep out the rain. Hopefully by Thursday the weather will be a bit better. Thank you very much, everybody, and thanks for joining. And hopefully I'll see you all on Thursday. Okay, cheerio. Thank you. Bye.